Hey, what's going on? This is Alex King, and you're now listening to The Source Report. Jamie Foxx must be following in the footsteps of 50 Cent and Tyler Perry, as he just inked a deal with Sony Pictures to develop and produce feature films. Sony Films is excited to have Foxx on board. Having successfully worked with him in the past, Sony also made a note of the many accolades the actor has acquired over the years. With already having a few projects from the partnership underway, the first will be an action thriller starring Jamie Foxx. Despite it having challenges, this year has been a good year for the actor. Starring in Netflix Project Power, voice acting on Disney's Soul, starring and producing in Netflix comedy series Dad Stop Embarrassing Me alongside his daughter, and the best of all, he has announced a role as Mike Tyson in the upcoming biopic on the legendary boxer. In a shocking reveal this week, the world found out that President Trump intentionally downplayed the seriousness of COVID-19 before it reached the U.S. Back on February 7th of this year, President Trump told Daniel Dale from CNN that, quote, the virus was 5 times more deadly than the flu. Around the same time, President Trump told Bob Woodward, whose new book reveals several interviews with the president from December of 2019 to July of 2020, where he was told the severity of the coronavirus in China and how deadly it was, and that it was an airborne disease. Just a few weeks later, and Trump admitted to Woodward that he told the American people not to be worried about the virus. From March until this day, President Trump has made controversial comments surrounding the coronavirus in the U.S. and its effect on the American people, even at one point telling people to drink bleach. With this being an election year, President Trump's handling of the virus has come under major scrutiny many times and has been criticized for his swift action against so-called rioters in cities of protest police violence, but has dragged his feet when dealing with the pandemic. Experts say implemented social distancing even just a week or two before he actually did so, the number of cases and deaths from COVID-19 would have drastically decreased. Podcasts have quickly secured their spot in the digital space and continue to become more popular each day. As a prominent voice in radio, Charlamagne Tha God has made it his mission to amplify Black voices and Black creators in the podcast arena. In a partnership with iHeartMedia, Charlamagne is launching the Black Effect Podcast Network this fall on iHeartRadio and other podcast platforms, curated by Charlamagne. In addition to amplifying Black voices, the radio host is also expressing his importance of ownership, with the Joe Budden podcast leaving Spotify and owning content becoming a bigger part of the conversation. Charlamagne stated that he wants podcasters to sign legacy partnerships rather than transactional deals. He hopes this will help build generational wealth for Black creators and encourage more to fully own their content. And make sure that you follow Source on all social media platforms at The Source, and check for all updates at thesource.com.